enthusiasts. And he's a founder of Sri Sarvaloka Textiles, a textile manufacturing company that is found with a vision to produce fabrics for reinforcement bulletproof jackets, aerodynamic fabrics, parachute fabrics, and high vision fabrics for the army and navy. So now you understand from where he is and how he is educated and his other skills and personal life is. So we have the right person to inaugurate our program here. So we welcome you, sir, for this program, and thank you so much for accepting our invitation here. And I welcome our beloved principal, Dr. Christiana Singh. And amidst lot of responsibilities as principal and as our other visits, NAC and Autonomy Review Commission visit, as she is busy with the gearing up for the different visit, she is happily agreed to be here as we have our first program on campus after nearly 2 years of lockdown, where we had all our program virtually. And I welcome you, ma'am. I welcome Dr. Vanita, maybe, of course, because she is part of us. Because she is also the current bursar and the senior colleague in the department. I welcome Dr. Vanita for the program. And we have two of our speakers right now with us. Though they are on the lead session later, we have Mr. Manjunath and we have Swarna Prada. Both of them are here because maybe like you will get to more about them, like they will be formally introduced to you later when their session comes. But I do welcome Mr. Manjunath and Mr. Swarna for this program. We are very happy to have you. And thank you for being here for the inaugural and for the rest of the session. And I also welcome my own colleagues in the department and, of course, students. So the greatest strength for the Department of Commerce is our strength. And whether with regard to our abilities or whatever it is, we always feel students are our biggest assets in the department. I welcome you, dear students, for this program. Maybe I have to tell you why this program, because this is now we have made it as an annual program. Initially, we started in the year 2018, and we had this program for 2 years, 18 and 19, as a on-campus program, where our students liked the program, and the feedback was really very motivating for us, because students said we would like to have this program annually. So that is the reason why this program has been made as an annual event. And with regard to the program as such, like students got to listen to all startup entrepreneurs, business leaders, and even sometimes even we had people from big units. So that's how they got a mix of listening to different people, and then they got motivated, and then many of them got connected with them even later, because they said they are ready to help the students at any cost. That is the connections which we had, and then made us to make this program continuously. Of course, I have to tell you, we teachers, when we teach the curriculum in the classes, it is actually somewhat theoretical side. We are able to develop all the core skills which develops the subject knowledge, but nothing can match. Though now we have excellent resources which are available on internet with regard to connecting you with the theory and the practical, but it's really more than that, like when we come to listening to people who are on the field. So that is the result, like why we call different people in different fields to be here to teach us. And you will get, when you get to listen to everybody, you will find out like why they are different and how they are flexible and what motivated them to choose this, because their education and what they are in, and why they found this particular business, and how they made it and how they are successful. And one more thing, like we normally talk about the stress. Now this is one word like everywhere we talk about is the students. So this is more of skills other than the core skills, and how they develop and how they are going to share it with you, and what is going to inspire you. So, dear students, we have people and speakers and who will be talking to you on different grounds, and what made them to come into this field. And I here specifically I like to thank Sangeeta Kandavel, who's a industrious alumna, who supports the department always, and who makes things possible for us to find out different people on different sides. So with these few words, I welcome you all once again, and I hope the whole program, the different sessions will be very meaningful, and you will have a lot of takeaway. Thank you, and a warm welcome once again.
Thank you, ma'am. It's the right time to honor our chief guest, Mr. Ram, Managing Director, Paramount Textiles Private Limited, for his graceful presence. For this, we request our principal ma'am to honor the guest. We would like to honor our beloved principal madam, Dr. Christiana Singh, on this memorable occasion. Dr. Rosie Godwin, head of the Department of Commerce, will honor Madam Chris. Thank you for being with us, ma'am.
We have the privilege of having our honorable extreme privilege of having our Honorable Principal and Secretary of Lady Dog College, Dr. Christiana Singh. Ma'am, we are pleased to invite you to deliver the presidential address.
Good morning, everybody. Let me tell you, I'm pleased to be here. If it's by virtue of my being the principal and having to deliver the presidential address, I deem it a privilege, because this program focus, I was actually captivated by the 3 P's under it: people, purpose, and passion. And I believe that Lady Dog College stands for this. It is an institution that came into being because Madurai needed it. They're historic, right? The first women's college in Madurai. So Madurai needed it. The people part of it would have been incomplete without an institution such as ours. And we were leaders in that way, because it was divinely inspired that women from this region, from this kind of a social environment where there were restrictions on travel and education, higher education for most of them, it was then that Lady Dog College came into being almost 75 years ago. Well, what has been our mission? Our mission is to empower young women to make their choices and choose for the better. In fact, we reframed that vision statement to make it, Vision 2020, and say that we are engaged in the business of transforming lives through the portal of higher education, in order to foster young women who are globally competent, value-based, and empowered to do what? better in the world that you live in. And so education is never about, particularly higher education is never about gaining skills and keeping it for oneself. I always love to remind each one of us that we are blessed to be a blessing. So what more can we do with the education or this environment that the college provides? And here in specific, I celebrate the environment that the Department of Commerce has taken, initiatives to provide to make you complete transformative agents, playing your rightful role in the nation and in the world. I know that our guest speaker has a tight schedule, so I'm just keeping my talk a little brief. I'm reminded of the global gender gap report, which I shared with some of you a little earlier during Women's Day. There are some gaps that need to be fixed, and these are figures at the global level. But I also want to remind you that in the global gender gap rankings, India is somewhere number 140 out of 156 countries. How does that make you feel? Happy? Or do you feel that you have to do something to change that ranking? I believe that all Dokians are that little catalyst. Those agents, this little transformative agent. You just add a little bit of you somewhere in the world, and you'll make a lot of difference. Okay, that is my dream. So the global gender gap index says, when you look at different indicators like economic participation and opportunity, educational attainment, health and survival, and political empowerment, when you look at these, four complex indicators, it's actually, we are not very, the gap is not so much between men and women. This is in global terms. There's not much of a gap when it comes to education, and surprisingly, not even much of a gap when it comes to health and survival, according to the Global Gender Gap Report of 2021. The political empowerment, how many of the women become leaders? Okay, that happens to be the largest gap as of now. There's only 22%, okay, of equality exists, but they say that this gap can be actually closed in, as per the estimate, it can be closed in 145 years. Okay, that's something for you to think about. When it comes to education and health, the gap is not so much, it could be closed much sooner. But when it comes to political empowerment, how many of you will take up leading countries and societies, politics? There is quite a gap between men and women, but this can, according to that report, it can be bridged in 145 years in the current trend. But when it comes to the economic participation and opportunity index, the gap is 58%. It's ranking second next to the political empowerment. But they say that it will take about 268 years to bridge this gap. Can you believe that? And as a principal of a women's college, my heart just, keeps thumping. We have to do something to prove this report wrong, to make a difference where it really counts. Where do ideas come from? What is our traditional, outlook for jobs? Are we going to be people who look for employment, or are we going to create employment? These are challenges. I believe so much that God made us to give our best. There was a purpose for our lives. And as long as that purpose is not fully realized, this gap will exist. But in today's context, in particularly after the pandemic, when we realize that we can do so much from home, wherever you are, all that you need is creative minds to identify employment opportunities, not just for you to get employed, but for you to provide employment. So here's your principal wishing you a a future or even a present that is full of opportunity that you are willing to grab, seize, and get going even while you're students. And I pray blessings on every speaker who's taken time off, because they believe that their time is worth its while when they share their thoughts with you. Remember our motto for this year, our theme for this year: each one of us is blessed to be a blessing. And that's something that we can take for life. Even your prayer song was that. May the Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, give you peace, and may this flow from generation to generation. May you be that transforming agent that makes a big change wherever God places you. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for throwing upon us the light of positivity. Winners don't do things differently, they do things differently. We request our chief guest, Mr. Ram, who is one such winner, to deliver the inaugural address.
Good morning to all of you. Louder, louder. Good morning. That's nice. Principal and Secretary of the college, Dr. Christiana Singh. Associate Professor and Head of Department Commerce, Dr. Rossi Goodwin. Dr. Vanitha Malarvili. Lead talk generators later in the day, Mr. Manjunath, Mrs. Swarnaprata Jairaj, faculty members and students. It gives me a great pleasure and privilege to be here, standing in this illustrious institution, which has crossed over 7 decades and has produced some sparkling talent. A few weeks back, one of your old students reached out to me. Sangeeta called me and she said that there is a symposium that is organized to interact industry with academia. Would you be available on this particular week? And I said, if I'm available, I would be very much happy to speak and share my thoughts. And subsequently, your head of department approached us, and I was happy and privileged to be a part of this symposium today. Madam Principal's inspiring address and her thoughts on empowerment of women and achieving a mission and vision towards the future generation of the women in the city has really given us inspirations for people like you to succeed in life. I'm particularly enthralled about this 3 Ps. I don't know if this was a topic given by the Department of Commerce. It was chosen by the students, or was probably Googled out and then put on the invitation, or a thought process. But it's a very powerful acronym: passion. The power of passion is to fuel the inner engineering of our souls. And I, as an entrepreneur, would like to talk more about this rather than talking about my business or about my role. It is this power of passion that we all lack that has brought about a lot of gender gap in the past, which is slowly kind of narrowing and arresting it. Today, women empowerment is speaking. There is a statistic from a research which says from 2010 onwards, the number of women entrepreneurs have outscored men entrepreneurs. And this is something which a country like India, which is a developing economy, which has been a backward economy, is a developing economy, needs. And every one of you should be an employment generator and not an employment seeker, as Madam Principal said. Your inner engineering, your inner soul should always fuel this passion. How many of you here are passionate about what you are currently doing? Nobody? How many of you are passionate here? Let us see some hands here. You are passionate. Very well. Only one? 2, 3, 4, 5. I see very, very few numbers. Yeah, some hands rising up here. Now it's good. It's looking better. But if you do not have that passion, if you do not have that purpose in life to trigger your passion, no matter whatever you do in your life, I think you will not be able to make a significant achievement or significant contribution. And it is this passion with which you need to probably progress and achieve certain success in life. Now, what is success? Is gaining progress in life success? Is success measured by monetary values? The more money you make, does it make you successful? What is being successful in your life? That lady here who raised her hands, what do you think is successful? What do you think you call it as success in life?
Sir, according to me, success is your eternal happiness in whatever you do.
So holistic journey of life is success. Very well said. So a lot of people say I'm successful in life because I earn money. I'm successful in life because I've progressed to a better college. I've progressed to a better, probably a better business social circle, and so on and so forth. But what has to trigger is your holistic journey to be successful. And remember that when you run after success, success moves away from you. You are never successful if you say that I have to be the best in the class. So that means that you are the best in the class and others are below you. That is not success. That is sickness. According to me, success is the holistic journey. You have to follow your passion. Whatever you do, you have to follow your passion. And you have to give 100%. You have to be dedicated. The grit and determination that you have in your life has to be sparkled at that point of time. Just because someone else is robbing your idea, someone else tells you that I have to do this, there's a lot of, I think, a lot of your student category here, you always follow herd instincts. Somebody wants to do something, you want to follow them. This is the biggest problem in India. The biggest problem in our culture is that we follow herd instinct. 10 people do this, so I will also do this. One person do this better, I want to do it better. But you don't have your own idea. You're killing your own idea. The moment you follow others, you lose track of yourself. You know, Abdul Kalam once said, to shine like the sun, you need to burn like the sun. There is this burning desire in your inner self that needs to sparkle out to be successful in life. Whatever you do in life, you want to be a chef, you want to follow graphics, you want to do designing, you want to be an engineer, you want to do medicine. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, I think 90% of what you're doing is just lost. You're just doing it for livelihood, you're doing it for monetary value, and that will not get you to the eternal happiness or the holistic journey that you want to do. So, what we need to understand is the passion with which we need to progress, and that passion has to necessarily have a purpose. Now, how many of you in life have goals? I have a specific goal. I am working towards this goal. How many of you have a specific goal in life? Very good. So what some of those goals? Can someone tell some of your goals? Can you just pass the mic? Can you someone say what goals are you setting to?
To become successful, to become an government officer, I'm planning to become a government officer.
Okay, leave the word successful. Success will be determined by external people. So we are never successful. We will only attain success when other people call us successful. So you want to become a government officer. Why do you want to become a government officer?
I
Do you have a passion? Do you have a passion to become a government officer?
I like it. So I like to work for the country.
You like to work for the country. So what is it? What is the purpose of that? So do you feel that there is something that is rotten in the system and you want to change the system?
Yeah, I'm planning to correct the system. That something it is problematic in the society or in the government office. They
So you
are
would you would like to bring a change in the government
Yeah.
systems.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else has a vision? A vision that will make Lady Doe College very proud. I don't know, ma'am, if we've had Padma Bhushan or Padma Vibhushan from this college. Not yet. Not yet. So there's always a first to dream about. Any other visions here? Any other students here who have a definite goal in their mindset? So you will all have an assignment now. I think you've had 2 years of lockdown. I think you should invest in yourself. The biggest investment that you make is not investing in stocks or shares or properties, but the biggest investment that you make is investing in yourself. You have to invest in yourself to see after 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years where my investment will grow. And for this is the fire in the belly, the fiery passion that you need to generate, that the purpose in life is attained using our inner ambitions and inner goals. That is very clear. There should be a vision. And you should be able to see what others cannot see. That's the true trait of a leader, right? So it is this inner passion that we need to trigger on. And most of us do not think about this right now. We are all led by what other people say. Forget the world. Forget what your professors say. Forget what your friends say. If you have a desire in your life, if you have a passion, and if that passion, according to you, is right, and if you see a vision, if you see a purpose leading towards that passion, no matter what, the whole world can be against you. All of your friends could say that the idea is wrong. But if your idea is right, if you think it's right, if you have that conviction to go forward, go with this conviction. That is the number one lesson in management. Never be afraid of the failures. Never be afraid of the roads ahead you. You will definitely have stumbling blocks. You will have bad weather. To see the rainbow, you need to see a lot of rain and then a ray of sun. You have to absolutely follow this with a fiery passion. Now, see where the world is heading towards. You have disruptive technologies today, artificial intelligence. You have 3D printing that is changing the world. Before you close your eyes and then wake up, the whole world's dynamic changes completely. And academics has nothing to do with your success. I'm sure you all know that most successful people in life are backbenchers. Most successful people in life have hardly got to graduation. Most successful people in life have taken the road less traveled, as Robert Frost said. Look at Tesla. Look at Elon Musk. Did we ever think about 20 years ago that we could have a car that could run on a battery? If you have an idea, you don't need capital. Most businesses that have ideas have only started in car garages, have started in carpentry sheds, have started in rooms which are 10 by 10, which does not have electricity. Walt Disney. People were all making fun of him because he was always drawing at college. He could hardly graduate because he was a cartoonist. He was very good at drawing. But what motivated him was that he was passionate about what he was doing, and he created Walt Disney. He created the largest animation company at that time in the 1920s and 30s. Look at Airbnb. What happened to Airbnb? It replaced hotels. It replaced the way at which the academics, it reinvented the journal of hotelism. Look at Facebook, look at Twitter, look at Google, look at Microsoft. Look, assess how they founded these companies. These companies were all found by people who hardly had access to quality education. While education is very, very important, it is only a tributary, it is a river. Then it kinds of allows you to join in an ocean, and then you don't have hand holding. You have to have a purpose in life, you have to have a passion in life, and that passion has to trigger within you. It is this inner desire, this burning desire within you, that every one of you should probably think about investing time and realizing what I am good at. It is not what your other person says. It is not about robbing ideas from other people. The biggest problem is that we become slaves to other people's mind and energy. The moment this happens, you have lost yourself. Now, I want to irritate somebody in this audience. I can shout at him, I can scream at him, I can throw up irritation at him. What does he do? He reacts, he gets frustrated, his behavior changes. So, what happens? Who wins the game? I win the game against you because my purpose is I want to get you frustrated. So, your mind becomes my slave. Why does your mind become my slave? You have to just be like Sadhguru. You have to, what you have to say, let him speak. Let him talk whatever he has. It is my burning desire that I have to do something. People can laugh at you. The whole world can be against you. Your professors can say that is rubbish. Your parents can say that is rubbish. But inside you ignites that lamp. That is a burning desire. That burning desire has to be taken out of you and it has to be shown to the world. So that is an idea. Every great organization is built on an idea, not on capital. Money is least important to build organizations. I've learned through time that not all people who are wealthy can create organizations of merit. It is only great minds and great thoughts with a purpose and passion that can create organizations of great repute. So the assignment is this. I think the assignment should also come from your professors and your head of the departments. Assignment should be very simple. Everybody should think individually about reigniting what you have in your inner mind. Now, here is another very important thing: the heart and the mind. Think about this. Just think for a minute. Your mind wants to do something. Your heart will not allow this to be done. Am I true? Am I right? Your heart wants to do something, Your mind will not allow this to do. Am I right? So you have to synchronize the heart and the mind. This is very difficult. This is inner engineering. It's another huge ocean by itself, and I think you should probably invite somebody in psychology to talk about this. So when your mind and your heart synchronizes, that's when you can think properly and reignite the passion of what you want to do. I'm sure there is a lot of people in you who want to change the system, who want to be the new India, who want to bring about disruptive changes in society. You're thinking about cryptocurrencies, bitcoins. We are moving away. The world is transgressing and transforming itself into another new age. Automation, artificial intelligence, we are just transforming ahead. And look at where we are. We have a huge gap to fill. And it is only with your passion, the reigniting passion that you have in your inner self, if it has to come out, I think you have to definitely think about the purpose in life. That I am born here to do something differently. I am just not born here to do a 9 to 5 work. I am not here to just do my routine, monotonous work every day. But each and every soul here has something that we need to reignite. And when you do that, I think we will probably become a much, much holistic and much, much better individual and transform our economy and bring names to our alma mater. So that should be the objective of all of us. I'll leave the floor now open for some questions. I don't want to talk anything more about reigniting passion. I think it is this inner sense of belief that you need to have for you to showcase your excellence and spur something new in life. You have any questions? No questions? All understood? Okay, so thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you, students. I will be denying the pleasure of listening to some of my friends and this afternoon, as I have another important engagement in the afternoon. But I do thank the principal and the head of the department and the college for giving me an opportunity to talk on this forum. I hope that more and more of you will try to inspire your souls within yourself and become a proud member of this institution. We should see probably down the line, as Madam said, that we should bridge the gap and have women entrepreneurs of fame in the country, probably leading themselves and showing this alma mater the way towards light and progress. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. You were phenomenal. It was an immense pleasure having you among us today. Thank you for sharing your insights. Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. To propose the vote of thanks, we invite Dr. Vanitha Malarbali, Associate Professor and Bursar, Department of Commerce, Lady Doak College. Please bow.
Good morning, everybody. I feel it's an honor for me to propose the formal vote of thanks on behalf of the Department of Commerce and also on behalf of Lady Doak College on this great occasion, Focus 2022. To begin with, I would like to quote a verse from the Bible. James chapter 1, verse 17 says, "Whatever is good and perfect comes down to us from the Heavenly Father." So I strongly believe that the event which is happening now is the gift from our Heavenly Father. In spite of our busy preparations for our Autonomy Review Committee and also for our NAC visit, God has helped us to organize such a great event. So we should all be thankful to the Lord Almighty. My sincere thanks to our principal and secretary, Dr. Christiana Singh, for happily accepting our invitation to deliver the presidential address. Really, ma'am has proved that she belongs to the Department of Economics by providing some statistical information on the gender gap on various aspects of the society. And also, her thought on women empowerment is really inspirational to all of us. Your presence makes us to feel very happy and comfortable, ma'am. Thank you. And my heartfelt thanks to today's chief guest, Mr. Ram, the Managing Director of Paramount Textiles Private Limited, Madurai, for gracing this occasion by delivering a very meaningful and informative inaugural address. Really, sir, you made it very clear the definition of passion and how to be successful in every individual's life. So, really, your speech made each one of us to think that we should have a passion so that we can lead a very successful life. Thank you, sir. I take this opportunity to thank a sincere, committed, enthusiastic, and ever cheerful and dynamic head of the department, Dr. Rosie Godwin, for her painstaking effort in organizing this Focus 2022. I know how much time and how much effort she has put in bringing the right speakers for this great occasion. Because I know that the students like this program very much. Our students wanted to have this program every year. So head of the department has taken such an effort in finalizing the speakers which would be more beneficial for the students and also for the department. On behalf of the faculty members and also on behalf of the student community, I thank our head of the department, Dr. Rosie Godwin. And my special thanks to all the faculty members of the Department of Commerce, especially the club conveners and also the office bearers of the various clubs, because we have 6 streams. So the office bearers of all the clubs for their support, help, hard work, and contributions in organizing this event a great success one. And also my thanks to all the students for your active participation, for your patient listening, and also for maintaining very good discipline throughout this inaugural session. It's my request that you have to maintain the same cooperation for the technical sessions also. Our thanks to Mr. Bennett, a smart photographer, and also our smart Madhavan, and also thanks to Mr. Muthupandi for all your technical support. May God bless this event. May God bless us. Thank you.
Once again, we record a sincere thanks to Honorable Chief Guest Mr. Ram and to our beloved Principal Dr. Christiana Singh, who spared their valuable time with among us with their busy schedule. Thank you for inspiring us. It was an honor to have you among us today. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Let us all raise up and remain standing until the guests leave.
போயிட்டாங்களா? Dear students and online viewers, thank you for your cooperation. Your active participation gave this event a successful beginning. It's cup time now. Yes, we will take a short break interval of 15 minutes and will resume here by 11:30 a.m. Tea and refreshments will be served outside. Cups of Tea is sponsored by Cup Time, Mahisha Foods and Beverages Private Limited, Madurai. Online viewers, thank you for joining us online. There are exciting lead sessions awaiting. So sit back and relax. But stay tuned. Thank you. Dear student friends, we request you to assemble soon so that we can start the lead session.
Madurai in the year 2000. Is brand story based walking towards in many cities in South India. If we truly want to experience Madurai ancient streets and would like to know more about the history and importance, then it's high time to talk. Take walking trail of the city offered by story trails. Miss Jayaraj is currently the center head for story trails Madurai. Good stories surprises. They make us think and feel. They stick in our minds and help us remember